So next we'll hear from Brian Kariski, our Executive Director for the Collaborative Center for Community Engagement, about building reciprocal relationships related to our community, but also in relationship to partner breakfast. So if you can give me a round of applause for Brian.
Thank you. Okay, let me take this off since I'm up here by myself. Okay, so in terms of community engagement, it is the only place where there's crossover between the academic master plan and the diversity strategic plan. It's the only place. And so, but we as the Collaborative Center focus on co-curricular engagement overall, though what I'm talking about today crosses the line because it also involves our academic colleagues. We have around 157 community partners. Last year, we engaged over 9,150 individuals. And we oversee the Bonner Leaders Program, which has about 50 federal work study students who do their work site study hours at partner sites. In the fall of this year, our Bonner Leaders did a combined total of 3,357 hours in the community and were placed at 14 sites. So that's a huge impact that we are working in the community. Our Advancing Community Development Program, or ACD, it has 16 students who are working on health research in the New Brunswick community, funded by a gift from Johnson & Johnson. In the fall, they did research with presentations at Healthy Middlesex, RWJ Community Health, and then this semester, they're working with Unity Square, the New Jersey Courts Expungement Program, and Crossroads Theater. Finally, the Community Center, or the Collaborative Center, also hosts community tours. They're an informative way to familiarize yourself with the community that surrounds us. The tours focus on the history of immigration, the core of New Brunswick, so art and architecture. And the last one examines the Second Ward of New Brunswick. Tours are open to all. Talk to Claudio wherever he is around here, because he's the one that runs that for us. In terms of our community partner breakfast, I touched on it earlier. And this was developed from a seen need by the Collaborative to connect community partners and to provide a way for both on and off-campus groups to fully engage and talk. There was no way for them to do that before, and as I keep mentioning earlier, our nonprofits in the area are a lot of mom and pops, so very small, 1 or 2 people running it. The first breakfast was in August of 2022. We had 32 people, including, again, the 4 from the Collaborative. We've grown and now have an average of 85. Last year, as part of this, we do some professional development, and last year our topics for our partners around Design Futures Thinking Workshop, sponsored by IDEA, so Veronica Armour, who's right back there, and Engaging Graduate Students Workshop, and then J&J presented on the New Jersey Grant Initiatives discussion. The workshops are primarily requested from our partners, as the vast majority of our off-campus partners, again, are small, and these are areas they need to grow. In terms of the Community Engagement Best Practice Workshop, it was formerly known as Do No Harm. Didn't like the title, so we changed it up. And the focus is to aid individuals in understanding how to engage properly with the community. The audience focuses on Rutgers community prior to entering the community about what to do in terms of engagement and overall. The workshop has also been done in the community also to help them prepare also in their engagement opportunities. The second part is now our community. Our community came on board. We started in 2022, and we had the official unveiling here at Rutgers, New Brunswick in October of 2024 when we did the Pillar 4 discussion. The link here links to the WordPress site about our community overall, answering FAQs, how to log in, basic information about it. In terms of the overview, it is a platform. It's nationally known as GivePulse. We are the largest user of it, and it is on all 4 campuses. It's being utilized for the R, in terms of application for the Carnegie Community Engagement Designation for the reaffirmation process. It's due on April the 1st. And it allows for communication between the engagement locations and the Rutgers community. So our partner sites can go in, put out stuff for volunteers, and get people to sign up. It allows for the tracking of engagement to be done. So as an example, if you were to go in there and be able to see this, you would see that Rutgers University overall has done over 82,180 hours of engagement, which translates into 21,476 engagement impacts, as when someone goes into the community and volunteers, to a value of volunteer time of $2,921,584. For Rutgers, New Brunswick, again, launched in October of 2024, we currently have 10,016 verified impacts in there, with 33,462 engagement hours, for a value of volunteer time of $1,187,888. And the value of volunteer time is a metric established by independent sector, so each year they look at this to determine the hourly rate of volunteering for each state nationally. Nationally, I should say. And what's nice about this platform is departments, the universities, the foundation can track volunteer time. I also want to point out, and Troy's the only one here now, but SEBS has really gone deep into this, and they are utilizing this for their 4-H programs, for their cooperative extensions. They have really done a lot of these hours in here are through SEBS. Impacts. These are the engagement opportunities. They use different terminology in this. Prior to our community coming on board, there was no unified way for our off-campus partners to communicate to an entire body. They would have to go through the schools and then go through student affairs and then go through DICE. There was no way to do it in one perfect way. This has simplified it. When I was asked to review platforms, I went through and asked about the campus. I found over 9 different tracking systems here on the New Brunswick campus. And so we had to sort through them all. This one allows for both on and off campus partners to manage their events, recruit volunteers, assign shifts, promote opportunities to a larger audience. Our partners can also solicit feedback. They can do questions. So when someone gets done volunteering, they can actually get some assessment data from them. And they can use those in advertising. If they have grant reports, they can add them as quotes. But they can also use it to make their program stronger, something they didn't have before, with now easy access to our students, our faculty, our staff. To access it, it's not that hard. It's actually kind of easy. You scan the QR code or just go to rutgers.givepulse.com. You click on the down arrow in the upper right-hand corner, the oval, select Login. And you can go in, you'll land on the landing page, which is Rutgers University. You can join it, or look, and you can also look for your different departments, schools, whatever. So again, you can also visit our website. It's right there. Scan the QR code, and you can find more about Bonner Leaders, ACD, our tours, our community. Unfortunately, all of our breakfasts are done for the semester, for the year. We will start back up in August. If you are interested in coming to one of our breakfasts, reach out to me, please. We'll bring you in and let you come to our partner breakfast, because again, we want to make those connections stronger and easier. Out at registration, we have set up a collaborative table, which has information about how to get into our community, especially for our students. The other part, too, that's coming into play is we are a Presidential Volunteer Service Award designee, which means we give out the Presidential Volunteer Service Award. And our students, for the first 125 students, faculty, staff, they can actually, they register their hours, and it's from July 1st till June 30th. For the first 125, we're going to pay for their certificate. Above that, they would have to pay for their own, but we would verify it. But that is something that we're doing and being utilized for our community.
I had one question. I know you had mentioned in the very beginning about the crossover between the Academic Master Plan and the Diversity Strategic Plan. And so I just wanted you to provide a little bit of clarity around the fact that there is crossover directly around community engagement, but aren't there other places where the Academic Master Plan and Diversity Strategic Plan still find integration?
There are other areas, but the biggest one, because Pillar 4 of the Academic Master Plan is all about community engagement. And it blends both curricular and co-curricular. The Diversity Strategic Plan, it's spaced throughout different sections. I want to say it's in 2 different sections, comprising of 7 questions that I can remember off the top of my head. And it focuses more on the co-curricular side with some blending of curricular. But luckily, those are actually really put under academic areas that don't fall under me, so I don't have to answer those questions.
Thank you. Are there any other questions in the room?
So I was wondering, because you have, I guess, different people who can engage with community organizations. Have there been any attempts for people who are studying, doing studies like on health disparities, to sort of use our community and some of the community organizations to see what are the issues in terms of health access within the New Brunswick area, and maybe use that information for types of grants that could potentially find funding or solutions for these problems?
In terms of that, our community could do that and offer the connections. I am very thankful and very lucky that we have very close connections, especially with the Robert Wood Johnson Health Promotions Office, and they actually help out a lot. We have made connections between different departments and our partners. Again, we don't hide our partners, we put them out there. We want to make those connections to make things stronger. So our community can be used for that. There is a curricular component for our community that allows for us to have, if people want to do community-based research, there's a group just for that. They can spread their ideas and talk. There's also a way for faculty to link their engagement in their coursework through our community, so they don't even have to track it. They just put it in our community. Our community tracks it for the students, and the faculty member just goes in, clicks a button, and sees who has done their engagement across the board, and that includes research across in terms of it. The one part in here regarding, we are part of, it's called the Engagement Scholarship Consortium, the ESC, and it allows for, and it does discussion around community engaged-based research. We are a new member. We just joined technically in December of this past year. And so we're kind of excited by this. And if you want more information about that, please come see me. I'll give you more information. So it's a way for our students, especially our graduate students, to present at a national conference around community and based engaged research across the board.
Any other questions? If not, we'll give Brian a round of applause.